Good morning, humans. My name is Jake Cosentino, and I was born onto a dying planet. I spend most of my days studying for a major I don't want to pursue amidst a mass extinction of all life on Earth. This extinction is nothing new to us humans. We've been exterminating species since way back in Ooga Booga days. Every single continent humans have expanded to has experienced an exponential increase in extinction rate shortly after our arrival. So, what you're saying is that this is old news and I shouldn't care? Not so fast. Slow down there, partner. Hold your horses and wait a goddamn minute. I didn't get that far yet. When I said exponential increase, that means the graph looks like this. And we're right here. I'm not just going to sit here and bash capitalism because I don't think the system is the only problem, but industrialization, consumerism, and this fake society we live in amplifies humanity's worst characteristics, allows for ignorant, egocentric villains to take power, and actively works to destroy our planet 24 hours a day. Let's talk about plastic. I personally love plastic. As a strong believer in sustainability, plastic seems like the perfect material. With a relatively low energy cost, plastic can continuously reshape and remold itself to serve infinite purposes. Recycling. Not only that, but its extremely low energy cost and weight, combined with its incredible strength and durability, makes it seem like a flawless solution to all of humanity's problems. But its strengths are its flaws. The production cost of plastic is so cheap that it's actually more cost efficient to produce brand new plastic than it is to recycle our existing plastic. This leads to 91% of plastic produced never being recycled. Not only that, but the durability is so strong that it could take up to 1,000 years to completely decompose. Mix that with our growing population of 7.9 billion consumers, and that leads to an estimated 150 million tons of plastic floating in our oceans, with 8 million more tons being added each year. Holy shit! If you divide and carry the one, that is 40 times the weight of the entire blue whale population, made up of a material that's notorious for being lightweight. Oh, that makes me nauseous just thinking about. TeamSeas is not the solution to this epidemic. The 30 million pounds of plastic they plan to remove from the oceans won't even make up for what's polluted in 1 year's time. But holy hell, someone has got to do something. The voice of change must be heard. I'm sick of having no power. TeamSeas has partnered with Ocean Conservancy and The Ocean Cleanup and promises to donate every dollar raised to these nonprofit organizations. They have guaranteed that each dollar is equivalent to 1 pound of ocean trash, which, in my opinion, is a better way to spend a dollar than 4 gumballs. If you haven't already, please head over to teamseas.org and be the change the world needs. Alright, that's enough of this drawn-out intro. It's time for me to show you how I turn this littered plastic pollution into these one-of-a-kind earrings. The first and simplest step is collecting the litter. With a little bit of practice, it becomes shockingly easy to find. So much so that it actually started to ruin my life, and I needed to learn how to turn off the litter collection mode in my brain because I couldn't go anywhere without acquiring handfuls of other people's junk that I didn't know what to do with, and I couldn't go outside without the overwhelming weight of climate anxiety kicking me in the nuts and spitting in my eye, and I felt like I single-handedly had to be the solution to pollution, and it really with my head. Anyways, littered plastic has been found anywhere from high up in Mount Everest to the depths of the Marianas Trench. Just look on the side of any main road and you could fill up a bag in minutes. I keep a bin strapped to my back for anything recyclable I find, and a baggie in my left hand for trash. It's imperative not to use a new bag for the litter you collect, because at that point in time, what are you solving? I find so many plastic bags drifting through the wind wanting to start again that I'm never short of a garbage bag when I need one. It's also very important to wear gloves because some of that trash is repulsive. I've cleaned up bags of dog poop, pregnancy tests, dirty diapers, the list goes on and on. I usually use trash grabbers as well to save my fragile little back from the repeated bending, but I left mine in my dorm room and I have to record this video today or else I won't get it done in time to capitalize on the views. Once my recycling bin fills up, I head back to HQ for Nothing sounds more fun than digging through dirty litter and separating it by material. Despite its tediousness, it's just as important as any other step. Plastics are labeled with a recycling logo and numbers 1 through 7. 1 through 6 indicate the most commonly used plastics, each number standing for a different type of plastic, and 7 means other. That's something that really annoys me. There's hundreds of different types of plastics, and yet they only count to 6 before grouping the rest of them into one umbrella category. I separate my collected litter into 7 categories: metal, PP, HDPE, LDPE, cool-looking things for sculptures, mixed recyclables, and trash. The mixed recyclables consist of paper, glass, and plastic types I cannot personally recycle, and that all gets thrown into my single-stream recycling bin for the pros to deal with. Trash gets thrown away to rot in a landfill, and the metal gets brought to my local metal recycling facility in exchange for cold, hard cash. As for the 3 types of plastics I do recycle, they move on to... I got these mesh laundry bags from my girlfriend who said she didn't use them anymore. Reuse! It's important to clean plastic before melting it down because foreign contaminants can be toxic and air polluting at high temperatures and can also mess up your batch of plastic, creating even more waste. Cups and other liquid holding objects need to be cut first so they don't fill up with water, get super heavy, and break your laundry machine. Detergent is not recommended as it could also be a foreign contaminant to your batch if it stays on your plastic post-wash. However, I personally use a little bit of detergent as litter tends to be extra dirty. One important thing I've learned is to make sure the mesh bags are tied tight because picking up all the spilled pieces out of the laundry machine is super annoying. You thought sorting was tedious? Ha! Get a load of this. In order for even successful melting, the now clean plastic has to be shredded into bite-sized pieces. For people with adult money, this is no issue and actually one of the most fun steps. Just throw it in an industrial shredding machine and watch it get eaten in mere seconds. I don't have adult money. I don't have a shredding machine. I have scissors. Yay! In order to shred my plastic, I throw on a podcast and feel the arthritis set in as I sit for hours on end hand cutting each and every piece. I try to keep the colors separate while shredding to allow for more control over the color of my finished product. One method that I found that speeds up this process a little bit is by dicing the plastic as if it's an onion. Cut long strips down and then across to create lots of small square pieces and then rip up what's left in the end. Precious Plastics released blueprints for a DIY shredding machine for free online that I plan on building eventually, but I have no idea how to weld or where to find a motor, and I would need a lot of help from my peers and I'm too scared to ask for help. Plus, I have no place to put it once it's built, so I'm stuck with scissors for now. This is by far my least favorite step. I dread thinking about it. Look at me go! I'm doing this at work, so I'm technically being paid $7.25 an hour to prepare this PP for... I would like to give a shout out to the YouTube channel Brothers Make for teaching me this method of DIY recycling. Here's what you'll need. A toaster oven or a panini press. I got both of these at my local Goodwill for a combined total of $9. Reusable baking sheets. Reuse! Silicone oven mitts. Normal cotton oven mitts won't stand up against molten plastic, and neither will your little sausage fingies. Painter's mask. Although the types of plastics I deal with are non-toxic when melted, the fumes can still cause dizziness, as well as the possibility for foreign contaminants to be toxic when breathed in. Also, you look like Bane when you wear it. And finally, either a mold or a press. I built this janky press out of scrap wood I had laying around in my house, and it works perfectly fine for what I need. Now that you have your materials ready, you can recycle too!
Wow!
Each type of plastic has its own unique melting point and burning point. The temperature must remain between these two numbers. Panini presses come in handy here as most won't go over the average burning point of plastic. In order to fuse your shredded plastic into one piece and get rid of any air bubbles, play with your molten plastic in your hands, compressing it, twisting it, and making it your bitch. For this specific plastic sheet, I used nothing but the panini press, but to create larger sheets, you could use both appliances and fuse the plastic together in the same way. This is done by holding the plastic in a malleable state inside the toaster oven while continuously preparing more molten plastic in the panini press until you're happy with your goop. I find the toaster to provide more control, while the panini press works faster. Finally, all there's left to do is throw it into a molder press and wait for it to cool. Finally, all there's left to do is... Congratulations! You now have a rough-looking sheet of what was once pollution. The world is in your hands. I like to sketch out a bunch of potential ideas on paper, and then my favorites I cut out with a X-Acto knife. To fit the TeamSeas theme, I chose to pursue this wave design for the earrings. I find the position it fits the best on my sheet and trace 2 copies of the design with a Sharpie. But first, I need to tell you about PPE. Gloves, glasses, mask when using power tools. That concludes my talk about PPE. While wearing my proper equipment, I use a coping saw to cut out the rough shapes of my design. I then switch to a Dremel for the finer detailing. Once the shaping is complete, I sand it down until it looks pretty. I ordered 120 hypoallergenic earring backs off of Amazon for $8 and installing them is a breeze. I also ordered 1mm wire that I use functionally and aesthetically in some of my designs. That's it. That's how I turned littered plastic pollution into jewelry. I'm done now. That was the last step, right? God damn it, I just created a crap ton of microplastics, so it's my job to clean them all up. Any large enough chunks are saved to be re-recycled again, and I vacuum up the plastic dust so it doesn't escape into nature. Oh yeah, I forgot about that step. I actually forgot about that step so hard that it's currently 3 in the morning. I'm rendering that video that you just watched, and TeamSeas drops in 12 hours. And all of my earrings that I've made so far are right here, and not a single one of them are up for sale yet. I will change that. Oh, this is really hard to film. I'm so sleep deprived right now. Selling goods is inherently detrimental to the earth. So I wanted to make sure I was doing everything in my power to lower my product's footprint. I bought these padded mailers that are made out of recycled paper and are both recyclable and compostable, but when they came in the mail, they came in this plastic Amazon package. That's alright, I thought. This is made out of 50% recycled LDPE, and I could just re-recycle it back into my jewelry. But then when I opened it up, they were wrapped again in this single-use plastic trash. It's so hard to be an environmentalist. Needless to say, I will not be purchasing from that company again, and if anybody knows where I could get padded mailers that are not ironically killing the planet, please comment it in the comment section below. As you clearly saw through each step of the process, I put an insane amount of labor into creating these. It would be easy for me to throw an unreasonable price tag on them, but I don't. Actually, they have no price tag on them because I haven't even put them on my Etsy yet. But they will be there soon as I am motivated to. And I will take the L on my labor in exchange for competitive, fair pricing. So $25 a pop, get them while they're hot. Except for these ones, they were the first ones I made, so they inherently have more value, and their value is just going to keep rising because I'm going to explode into stardom and take this company to brand new heights. So I'm putting these ones at $100.
Trying my best like every day, trying to pop off working minimum wage. Trying my best, yeah, I'm trying my best, yeah, I'm trying my best, yeah, I'm trying my best. Trying my best, man, what could I say? Trying to just get a little of fame. Trying my best, yeah, I'm trying my best, yeah, I'm trying my best, yeah, I'm trying my best.